you're not really talking at this moment in time about functionality, product, and what you're trying to do with the emails. It will come in this presentation. We have to sell the dream. You're not selling the dream by being functional first. You need to be quite emotional. You need them to understand what you're trying to do with it. So it's taking all of these elements and bringing them together and trying to create something that feels very special. You go through all the assets for sure. And in this instance, we were thinking about illustration, a really nice assets to actually express this idea of maximization. So at this point onward, there's a bit of work that we do ourselves with our team. We have internal capabilities at Koto. We also find things that really represent this vision. This is not the point where you need to sit down and do it yourself. And so we found this amazing illustrators that was doing things we thought were completely right. At this point, normally the idea is set. They understand what you're trying to do. So you can jump into some of the applications, and trying to make it as real, like we said, as possible is important. Beforehand, most of the time we ask the clients, where do you want to see this brand? Is it going to be an email? Is it going to be an internal presentation, an out-of-home campaign, a website? That's on them to figure out with you. But in this instance, Fluz sends, I would say, daily emails. And so how do you take this illustration, the rest of the brand and this personality into something that feels very tangible? We did the same with tone of voice. We put tone of voice and verbal identity right at the beginning of the project. And so how do you bring that also to life? Because you have to think about this brand as a lot of sort of assets coming together and creating something very special. So it's all about flexibility at this point. You're trying to show a client that you will be able to do things with just typography, and you'll be able to create things that are big and bold. You'll be able to have photos of your customers and your audience. You'll be able just to make it feel quite big and bold on the website. So we start to do a little sort of landing page. There's nothing final about it, but it's selling the dream that you're trying to sell.